You feel poorer and like you've gone backwards. That's the gist of whenever I've spoken to my friends, that's what I get. And lots of things around us seem to want to keep it that way. Many people feel like when you know that feeling when you just get ahead and then something comes up, a big, huge cost or a bill, and just sucks it back out and you've got nothing left like it was before. That sucks. And it takes away what little money you had. A client or boss tries to pay you less or not pay you at all, or that there's a new obstacle standing in your way, there's a new emergency, a new bill, whatever the hell it might be, right? Broken friggin' plumbing, I don't know. A friend of mine I was just recently talking to said it and it shocked. It just was mental to hear this. His wage, he told me, has not increased, not 1, not 5, but for 10 years. It has not increased. And only now, after 10 years, they're giving a small, measly 10%. For the last 10 years, a small, measly 10% increase. Now, what about everything else? It's jumped like mad, cost of living, everything, inflation, right? Up, up, and up. He only gets 10%. Now, my title has the word system in this, and to those who get triggered easily, it may sound conspiratorial, if that's a word. Yes, it is, I think. It's not a conspiracy. And here's why. The system that we're in is an economic, legal, and governmental structure that you grow up in. Humans enter into that system through mandatory schooling. That schooling has a mandatory curriculum. And where in that mandatory curriculum are you told how to control your finances, get on top of your finances, to grow money, the basics of investments, how to make money work for you and not you work for money, right? That's just, you don't hear any of that at all. It's as though investing and talk of money is banished like the plague. The best you may get is a definition of it. Like, what's a property? What's shares? What is a business, right? That's as good as you're gonna get. Just the basics. You're not gonna get anything beyond that. There's not gonna be any discussion about like how money actually is made or grown, how to invest that money. No. You can't talk about that, right? Even though it's quite simple and obvious and what people do day in, day out when they become older, is that they have to do that in order to be able to actually beat inflation, beat the cost of living, to become actually, hopefully, someone who has savings. That's what I mean when I say the system keeps it that way. If we wanted to lift everybody up, one of the simplest things we could ever do is to update the curriculum with information that can change the life of new members coming into society, the younger ones, who then can actually have something in their brain to help them become a little bit better off. And I did make an ebook where I dive deeper into how the system works so you can take action today. The link is in the description below. Instead, people today have less income, more expenses, less savings, more stress. And the numbers show it's true. I got this email on this question about feeling poor, and I thought, well, I might as well respond to it in a video here rather than typing out a response. Because if you were an alien and you came here from outer space and you saw the way the world worked and the system that we live in and capitalism and so forth, you'd think, obviously they tell the kids, hey, this is how you at least gotta make your money work for you when the costs are always going to go up with inflation and money printing, which is something I'll talk about way later. And that's exactly why we've got, in many developed countries, the middle class's share of aggregate income falling since the 1990s for 3 decades almost, with declines across English-speaking countries, I'm speaking English, European countries, and more. What that means is the wages have not grown in line with inflation. And the increase in prices because of that inflation for milk, for bread, for eggs, they go up from $1 to $3 depending where you are. And you're not able to get ahead. There's not enough money to pay for all these things. Importantly, stuff like rent or mortgage payments, depending if you're renting or if you're owning. That's all gonna suck you dry. Even my most favored, like Kentucky Fried Chicken, I love that stuff. I love it. The two-piece feed, for example, which I remember getting when I was a kid at $5.50. Only that I know that because I love the number 5 and it had 2 5s in it. That really hits me. Like, I mean, to think that I'm now going to be going into a place and it's like $11 to get something that used to be $5.50. And obviously, people feel poorer because to live gets more expensive, and you know, something as simple as KFC, which, you know, a lot of people love and I do too. I mean, just to eat that is like a luxury. So we see wages today for some jobs, and they're at $100,000, which used to be great income, let's be honest, right? You had 6 figures. You'd be happy as Larry, you just crack 6 digits. But 100,000 today, mate, it doesn't even get you enough to be able to get by. Taxes suck your blood. You've got other expenses. You've got God knows what that pops up to suck even more money every single day. Everything goes up, cost of everything. So good luck. I mean, you used to maybe be able to, like, you know, save some of that $100,000, maybe about like 30K you might be able to save if you're a good saver. Now, good luck even saving 10K of that amazing 100K, because now 100K doesn't even get you anywhere. You need about 200. Like my mate, who got only that wage rise last 6 months, after 10 years working like a dog for that same very income, 10 bloody years, year on year. It's bonkers to think that, you know, you can survive and it can keep going like that. What this all leads to is the issue that most, as I said before, can't save money. The median, the middle median of saving in most developed countries is $3,000. Yeah, $3,000 ain't gonna cut it for an emergency payment. It's why most people need to take out what? Credit or buy now, pay later products. Basically, debt, in order to buy things and hope that they can survive and move forward without an emergency screwing them completely over into the negative even further, because maybe they needed to get more debt in order to pay the interest payments on the existing debt. And to add insult to injury, the government in many countries is increasing, as I said, taxes to make people even poorer. And it can only go for so long, because historically, such conditions where people are already suffering hard and you just shove more taxes on them, it leads to something called revolution. And today in most democratic countries, it leads to the destruction of the traditional party structures, because, well, really, there's no other way for people to see light at the end of the tunnel besides to vote for someone who's completely out of the box. You've got Reform in the UK, and you've got One Nation Party where I am in Australia, as an example, right? You can only kick people for so long before they're not going to take it anymore. Now, hopefully the other parties obviously wake up, right? And don't screw things around. But this is the state that we're in. And the next videos will hopefully be able to show you a little bit more about how we can fix it.